Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz, and it is with absolutely no pleasure that I welcome you to the broken air condition episode of Sekiro. That's right, man, I am right there with you because this sweltering Texas summer heat is going to be the bane of my existence. So if we can do this as efficiently and quickly as possible before I burn to my untimely demise, that would be fantastic and well appreciated. Also, the fewer old ladies bum rushing me with their dull kitchen knives there are, the better off we'll be, I think. Yeah, so in between episodes, as we were waiting for the AC guy to get here, I did run around through Senpo Temple a little bit and get a bunch of materials and money for some future upgrades I'm looking to make. Hopefully they will not be in vain, but I guess we took a terrible situation and made it slightly less worse. As it stands, I am going to use this one more time, heal up a bit, and there's a few hammer bros, so I will commandeer this vessel for good and, oh my god, and clearing out his ear canal apparently. This area is a little scary, especially coming from the bottom, which is why I kind of wait till we get that idol before moving on there. Seems it's gonna be brother v brother for a little bit. Uh-oh. There you go. Oh my god, that was incredible. And now we've got 3 of these guys spawning in, which is fantastic. I'm pretty sure you can't commandeer them, so it's not worth it. You guys can deal with that. I'm just gonna go and take this sake and be on my way. For the afternoon that I've had, I think I deserve it, honestly. I'll grab this and maybe... Yeah. Wait a minute, there were 4 of them? That's crazy. I wonder, I don't have the malcontent ring, so I don't know how I'll be able to spin this. That was a pretty incredible jump, by the way. Let's see. Yeah, so there's still 3 of them. And if I do this right here, you know what? Let's make this easy on ourselves. I ended up picking up a ton of sugar off of the monks that I was killing, so let's make use of it. If I just kill one of you and then commandeer the other, will we be okay? Will everything be fine? I hope. Thank you. You can go and take care of them. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna run, mind my own business for a second. And, oh, never mind. Maybe not. We'll fight you legitimately, I suppose. Can we get something good here? Yeah, he's just gonna keep on dancing around, man. Do it again. Nothing? I would use the mortal draw here, but we ran out of our Tonto already. Let's go a little more aggro. You might have noticed that I'm also fairly cursed at the moment, and that's how I feel about everything happening. Please. Thank you. I was invisible, and this guy's doing numbers. There he is. Okay. Oop. Could grab him again. Here, come here. Your brother gave me grief. All of you siblings just need to calm the hell down. Thank you. Was that so difficult? And would anybody else like to join in the festivities? He dropped sugar from Yashiriku. That's crazy. It's only our 3rd one, I think. God. That is what happens when you place a sinister burden on yourself. Yeah. We don't usually explore this part of the village because it is kind of the ghetto. There's just scaffolding that doesn't lead to anywhere, and we have crazy witchy ladies just hanging out behind houses. Don't let her grab you. It's kind of a cool animation if she does, as is the case for most bosses or enemies that grab you, but she will stab you in the face repeatedly while sitting on your chest, giving you a Cleveland steamer, and it's very unpleasant. Here, what are you 3 doing? No evening walks here, please. Probably should not have done that. Well, apparently I had forgotten a pacifying agent over here. I just assumed it was the corpse of one of the villagers we had murdered at some point before, but they still decide that they want to, there you go, hang out over there for some reason. And then there was also this item, which I meant to grab once we finally were able to explore this place, but yeah, it was just a balloon of wealth or 2. Doesn't really bother me. Oof. Oh, thank you, game, for giving me a split second to have a heart attack. Yeah, that is it for everything over here, so let's go this way. My mouth is starting to get dried due to lack of moisture in the air. I usually do crank the AC before I record and then turn it off, so it's usually at least a little frosty when I'm recording, but no, not today. We are looking at highs of 78 to go even as high as 80. Oh shit! Oh my god! Wait a minute. Did you just drop kick me before I had a chance to take your friend? I appreciate it. I suppose I'll use the Tonto one more time. And you know, I actually don't use it this much. Just playing casually. It's only in this project that I've found myself using it often. We have some corpses that are hanging with little Buddhas or effigies. They look like babies. What is this, Bloodborne? No. I wish it was. Yeah, you're up there. And apparently you can actually grapple your way up here, which is kind of cool. We were told about this little nook of the village by the basket case in the last episode. And there's a reason why people don't like to hang out over here, which we'll get into very soon. I just want my health back. We don't really need to kill everybody here, so that's good. And also, not recommended. A fistful of ash. Nobody else? All right, I'll take your word for it. You definitely want to head over here because we have the one and only pine resin ember. The ever-smoldering flames acted as a landmark to find one's way to the village. In time, the villagers came to loathe the flames, and the black pines were lost. Those who defended the flame were equally loathed. All right, well, that sounds like small village politics if I ever heard it myself. But we have an army of the undead now boxing us in, trying to be rude about it. Wait, are you able to climb the ladder? Because I've never... Holy shit. Okay, I am leaving. I did not know that. I usually just cheese it out of there because they will keep spawning and it's not really worth it to toe off against the bell giants, so I'm good. Had my fair share of those. Not a fan. Get me out of here. Okay, well, that is everything for over here. And if you want, you can go and explore down in the water, but I don't want to get nipped at by those carps. I think I'm good. And I don't think you can get back to that idol from here either. I mean, we could try, I just don't think it's going to be very fruitful because it's just high enough that we can't exactly reach, even if I'm, yeah, in this tree. So that's not great. And there's also this straw fence, which I'm pretty sure we can't stand on. We'll just slip right off. So it doesn't actually matter because we do have the idols, so we might as well head to the temple from here. We have more than our fair share of upgrades to make. And seeing as we have 4,900 sen on us right now, I think we only needed 58 for what I was looking for, so we'll just go ahead and fill that up a little bit and hope I did my math correctly. Otherwise that'd be a little embarrassing. Please and thank you. So first things first, we're gonna start with the loaded spear, the cleave type of course, and we'll also take the aged feather mist raven so that we can more importantly grab the phantom kunai, which will actually be helpful for this next boss fight. Well, the next big one rather. So in purchasing that, final tier information is now unlocked, and once we're able to find lapis lazuli, you'll be able to make your choice of some of these incredible items. It's gonna be a minute though, but we are getting there. We also need the improved Sabmaru so that we can grab the Sparking Axe with an attached percussion hammer to create flames. This is pretty incredible, and I would like that. I'd also love the Lilac Umbrella, and last but not least, Okanaga's Flame Vent with our newly acquired Pine Resin Ember. Oh, it's so good. They're so strong. And we can also make a fair number of purchases here once we get more materials. it would be a good idea to maybe get the golden vortex if you're running low on cash, because if you use it on an enemy, they will give you donations, which is cool. They round up and they're not assholes about it. But yeah, fairly good go of things, and I guess we turned a curse into a blessing. Which, speaking of, I really should get that Bell Demon off me before we fight these next couple bosses, because they're probably going to be the absolute worst. So, let's go and make our way back down to the Watermill of the Depths. If you recall at the end of the last episode, I had mentioned that this was the final resting place of our dear friend Jinzaemon. And unfortunately, he met his untimely demise mere moments before fulfilling his lifelong dream of meeting the mysterious shamisen that awaits beyond this path. As you can see, he is nowhere to be found here, and that's because somebody had the wise idea of, well, sending him off to his other untimely demise in the abandoned dungeon, no doubt to be prodded, poked, and pricked, possibly even murdered by the deranged psychopath known as Dosaku. And as of now, we don't exactly know his fate, but we will once we learn how to dive. Had you just let him come here naturally, he would have somewhat peacefully passed away, I guess, knowing that he was within inches of his lifelong dream. But hey, that's all behind us. He would have given us a bundled Jizo statue that was completely unique to him. And honestly, that would probably be a lot of help going into this mini-boss fight. If there's anything I wish anybody told me about this fight, is that it is completely optional. And you do not have to do it, but I would suggest you do. Oh. Once upon a time, there was a way that you could cheese this by either jumping on her from here and causing her to stagger, getting a cheap death blow from behind, or even throwing something at her so you can get that sweet, illustrious back shot. But as it stands, those have been patched out, and we're gonna have to do it legitimately. Let's see what this lady's about, shall we?
なぜ泣く？
悲しいのです。
何が悲し
い？今頃は作座様、どこにどうしてございましょう。それがわからぬのが悲しいのです。会えずともせめて知りたい。なれど頼りを出しても帰ってこぬ。誰も居場所を教えてくれぬ。ねえ、御仁、作座様はいずこですか？
知らぬ。
ああ、あなたも嘘つき。どうして皆隠すのですか？
Oh shit, she's a basket case too. We have Orin of the Water. She is quick, she hits hard, and she is also an apparition, which means divine confetti works wonders on her. But what you're looking for here are those sweeps, because they do a ton of posture damage. And that's going to be kind of the main bread and butter of this fight, is just getting those head stomps and also not letting your own posture bar get nice and built up. She will immediately end you with these incredible combos. Holy hell. How did we do that? Okay. Time this out for the mortal draw. Oh, look at that damage. What in the hell are you talking about, woman? Don't let a man treat you like this. Don't let him make you feel that way. You're better than that. The move you're looking for is when she does this, the dive through the air, because right after you deflect that, she just will do the sweep and then call it good. If you get your, oh my god, your posture broken, be careful, because she can give you the kiss of death, and it's very unpleasant. Let's actually see. Oh my god, she's so close. Careful. Timing. And she's done. With that, she drops a loose prayer bead, but more importantly, she gives us a breath of life, another latent skill that recovers vitality upon performing a successful death blow, which provides Shinobi with an opportunity to breathe. Whew. Yeah, that fight is actually really fucking hard the first time I did it. I don't know, man. I was so proud of being able to complete that it brought tears to my eyes, and I was like, yes, this is incredible. All right, let's move on, because this, oh, we have a friend apparently. Thank you for breaking the game there for a second. You got the nice thrust there, I suppose. What are you thinking? You and your delayed shot. Come on, thrust me again. Show me that sweet Makiri. No, he's waiting. Oh. Yeah, so that was kind of a waste, wasn't it? That's alright. We'll get some extra shots off. Yeah, so this guy spawns here for some reason. I don't know why. But he goes down like the rest of them. Still gives us over 600 experience, which is nice. And I should mention, whatever you decide to speak with her about, she will still attack you nonetheless. Even if you run past her, she'll try to chase you down. And I guess if you really wanted to avoid her, you could just keep swimming up the river and then get up this way. So, yeah. You definitely don't have to fight her. I just think that for that latent skill, it is definitely worth it. Because we'll be getting a ton of health out of a result of every death blow we make. This next section is a little bit annoying because we have a bell dude and then a bunch of, I guess, villagers at the door here. I don't know what they're thinking. Seventh-day Adventists? Mormons? Doesn't matter, because we've got a friend and we just get to watch this play out. Oh, this guy, unfortunately. He had other plans. There you go. Here, let me just take one of you. I want to watch the show. Jesus. Are you good? I absolutely love this guy's attack animations because they are so visceral and they hit so hard. So here, I'll give you an honorable death. There you go. Thank you. Oh, and apparently we can eavesdrop here. Yeah, I am no peeping Tom. I want nothing to do with whatever the hell is going on in there, but unfortunately, we must. We have to go under the floorboards where the rest of the bodies are hidden and use this really interesting horizontal rotating door. Don't ask me the physics of how that works. But we find ourselves in a room filled with jars, which is great. Break some of them and grab some items like this red lump, the one that pulsates softly. Ugh. But of more importance is definitely this. Yes, it is more divine confetti. However, it is 5 of them, which is obscene and a well-warranted treat for having to deal with this guy and his voice acting. I'm so sorry you have to hear this.
Oi. Oi. 何をしている?
どうじゃ? おお、よいぞ。溶けてきたぞ。やが足りぬ。なみなみ、次や次へ。さあさあ、皆の衆。さあさあ、飲め、飲め。振る舞い酒ぞ。さあさあ、皆で都人に。ああ、どうか松座にお加えください。
Alright, well that is completely and utterly disturbing, and I want nothing more to do with that even more. Although I will say, he looks kind of like an Asian Giancarlo Esposito. He's been in everything these days. It's kind of obscene how much work that man gets, but he is talented. It's just a bit of a shame that he's been kind of typecast as the villain, even though, I don't know. He seemed pretty cool on Sesame Street when I saw him growing up, so that and Do the Right Thing. Also, this seems like kind of a weird little place to put a bridal suite, or perhaps the in-laws board and room area. I don't know. Doesn't seem very ADA compliant, but we're gonna head into the roof slash attic area, and there is yet another shrine, but a very important one, because there's yet another prayer bead to our name. Please and thank you. It's a good time to be hunting all those down. Got a nice little coin purse, and amongst other things, I guess we can probably just drop down from here. There's not much beyond this area, but I hope I got everything, because if not, then, well, damn, that's kind of annoying. Well, I think to get back to the other side, you need to go through the roof again, because or go under the floorboards, whichever one you'd prefer. This, I think, might be a little faster. And we need to prepare for the actual boss fight of this area, which you might miss on account of the fact that the house is right there. We have a side path leading to this arena. And the first time I played this game, I struggled so bad with this. And that's mostly on account of the fact that I had no divine confetti, I had no snap seeds, and I sold all my ash, which is exactly what I want to go ahead and use right here, right now. I think, actually, we have Yashiriku. Would that be worth it? I'm a little nervous about using it because I haven't fought this boss while being cursed at all, so I might be in a spell of trouble if I'm not careful, but this is probably the most important fight to use snap seeds for, and we'll just throw on the fistful of ash. Also, I know this is going to bother me in editing, and it probably bothered you too, but I did not equip anything that I just purchased. You know, let's maybe, I wonder, I don't have the malcontent ring just yet, so we'll just stick with Okanaga and, of course, the Phantom Kunai. This is especially good against apparitions, but let's see if I remember to use it, and I think we might be set. As it stands, this boss used to be able to be cheesed pretty easily, but on new patches, I don't think that it's possible. It only has one single death bubble, and it is pretty easy to get some cheap shots off on early. But this is the Corrupted Monk, and is actually an easier version of the real one we fight later. What we're going to do is try to combo it as much as we can into oblivion, and hope that we can at least get a good chunk of its health gone. So this is what's going to happen. We're going to go ahead and use the confetti. We'll throw on some sugar, and sure, why not? We'll give Yashiriku a shot. And let's hope this works out. Shit, and she usually gets a hit off on me. That's really annoying. Alright, if we try the... Oh, we were way too close. Just try to get as many shots in as we can. Oh, shit. Stop it. You have to be pretty far for the Phantom Kunai to work, but look at that. There it is. It was a little sloppy, but hell, we got the job done. The Corrupted Monk watched over the cave entrance, deep in Mibu Village. And we have acquired the Mibu breathing technique, all rights reserved. This latent skill allows one to dive underwater, as well as breathe underwater indefinitely. Developed by the founder of Mibu Village, those who seek to join the procession must master the Mibu breathing technique. Without it, the divine dragon cannot be met. Well, that's another fight that could have certainly gone worse, and we got a chunk of experience to top us off. Everything is looking hunky-dory. We have the wedding cave door, and could you imagine what we might find in here? Well, my friends, this is among one of the places I would sleep most in the entire game. Even though the plot ramifications of this place are pretty gnarly, just look at it. Oh my god. With the popping in textures and everything. It's so cozy. I would get married here. I mean, so long as our judge and officiator were wearing Crocs, just like they did in real life, be sitting nice and pretty, especially with what is going on up there. Huh. Well, on the altar is a shelter stone. Stones will sometimes appear in the bodies of those who have long drank from the fountainhead waters. Step into the marital shrine and offer the fragrant, auspicious stone. Shelter stones such as this are an auspicious omen, sweetly scented for a bridal offering. The palanquin awaits with open arms. Huh. Well, I think we found what we were looking for. But as of now, we can't exactly do anything in here except pretend this is the coolest clubhouse that we've ever seen in our lives. Just the sound of the running water, too. It's like akin to a babbling brook, you know? How people will have sound machines and it'll be like white noise, or my wife's mom, she actually has like a babbling brook app that she has on, and it's always funny when she used to stay over here when she was visiting, and you'd always just hear it down the hall, just the sweet sounds of running water. And I was just thinking, did I leave a faucet on or something? But no, it's just to help sleep. Personally, I just like the sound of a fan, but that's all right. I can't sleep in just pure no sound, you know? But we'll be coming back to that in a little bit. The main prize here is the ability to swim and breathe indefinitely. And I did not rest at the idol, which is not what I wanted to do. But that's all right. At least we don't have to deal with those guys, and we can just go back to that other area because it's time for us to go back and explore all of the bodies of water that we were not able to dive into now. So if we dive, we can breathe underwater indefinitely, and the way that this is mapped out is so obnoxious. Left trigger to surface, right trigger to dive. I am so inclined to do the opposite that I'm probably going to get killed doing it on accident. So I apologize in advance, but it's a pretty cool like dashing done under here. Oh my god, you guys are out for blood. There you go. She just ran into my sword, or at least swam into it. We've got precious bait as well. The texture is slimy and something resembling horns seem to jut out of it. Just the kind of bait the master loves. Ring the bell, drop the bait. I'm sure that's probably going to be an episode title at some point in the future, but we shall see. This series in particular has been especially hard to find episode names of, so I'm sorry if they're kind of weird in spots, but it's okay. If we head over here, we can get a nice little outlook of what we just experienced. Thank you. But more importantly, there's an item over here that I did see and wasn't going to forget in a chest. Could you guess what it might be? That's right, even more divine grass. And look at that water that is not animating. But some of the other ones are? Really odd. Let's see if I can remember where everything is. And before I forget, let's heal just in case, even though we'd probably be fine. Oh, there's a treasure carp here. Nice. Kind of just made that easy for me, didn't you? We're going to be picking up a lot of these things, so I wouldn't worry too much. But if we go over here, I guess that was probably it. This is what I wanted to heal for. We're going to head into the den of the angry fish that want to nip at our toes. You see the red eyes there? Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Alright, fellas. Oh my god. We have the red carp eyes. Though they're considered incomplete creatures that lack the ideal number of scales, their eyes are said to be everlasting. The researcher Dojin in the abandoned dungeon wants these eyes to improve his procedure. So his name was Dojin and not like Dosaku or whatever I had said. That's alright. I don't fact check myself. But there are like some things that I've said so confidently that looking back and editing is so obnoxious. I can't even remember what the most recent one was. It was the Snake Eyes followers that were obviously men, and I was like, oh, they're women, they're part of the Gerudo tribe or whatever. I didn't say it, but I was thinking it. And of course, it's the Snake Eyes themselves and not the followers that are women. Can I pick this up? Thank you. Camera. Got some light purses and also a lot of petrified bodies, I'm assuming. It's a lot of A's. Interesting. Whatever you do, don't forget to grab the ultimate prize down here, because in this chest is something better than divine grass. Another loose prayer bead. That is fantastic. And I think that is everything. There's nothing else over here. A couple of fishies. How's it going, fellas? Allow me to put you out of your misery as I swing around. Here, let me just go ahead and make that easy for you. Oh, was there another one? Where were you? You were hiding along the surface. Thank you. We'll make sure to grab this. I didn't want to before because of all those fish guarding it, but it is but a pellet. That's a damn shame. Grab the balloon over there, and I think we're done with Mibu Village indefinitely. There's nothing else we need to do here as far as I'm concerned. At least I hope not. Am I missing another prayer bead somewhere? No, I mustn't be. Well then. Oh, you know, maybe I will come back eventually and speak to this memorial mob, because he's got some stuff. And I don't think I bought everything from him. Let me take a quick look. Yeah, because we got the gourd, which was the important thing, but I still need to buy this stuff. I need 2K for that. So, sure, you know what? Hook me up, man. I gotta take as much of this as I can get. Please and thank you. So, Dragon Carp Scales and Dragon Spring Sake. I might also want this adamantite scrap at some point. We only have 3, but it's really expensive. Huh. Yeah, we'll be fine for now. I'll just have to make a mental note that that's where we can buy that here. And before we leave once and for all, I will go and take on our friend again. Because why not? It's an easy 700 experience, you know? Plus he usually drops a pacifying agent. Are you yoking me, man? Okay, maybe he noticed me because I have the curse of terrible timing. Here, does this help? No, he can just dodge them like gangbusters. Okay, well this is bad. So I didn't even heal. You know what? I'm going. We need to head back to Hirata anyways, so I'm just gonna count that as a loss, and hopefully he doesn't get me through a cutscene, because that would be nice. To the, thicket slope we go. Lest we forget again to grab our new prayer bead necklace. An unrivaled sumo wrestler once served a great feudal lord. Dismissed after giving to drink, he fell to a life of brigandry, and so he was dubbed Juzo the Drunkard. Wow, he even gets a little backstory for himself. Oh, and our attack power. Let's not forget that either. The corrupted monk donned the mask of a fierce guardian deity. Her form was nebulous, appearing as if in a dream. What reason could there have been for guarding the Mibu village cave entrance? Huh. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. There's only a couple of things that we need to grab here, so I'm not particularly worried about it. I made sure to double check everywhere we could be, and this is where we can find, well, one of these fish. Thank you. I'll take that treasure carp scale. And then the other one is actually a bit closer to the beginning near the pot noble. So I suppose one of the easier ways we can get up there is probably just, I would say just sprinting back, but let's just use an idol and be done with it, please. Oh, this is cozy. I like that. Back at the top of Dragon Spring, we can go and drop back down this way. Might have been a little quicker to take that other idol over there, but that's alright. If you remember, the last time we were here, we glitched one of the treasure carps. They were like completely vertical. But I think there should be only one here in the water. So let me just try and... Oh, really? Okay. I guess I'll just miss miserably. Thank you. And we are just collecting these things like gangbusters. Yeah, because the other one would have been over here. But again, it like glitched through the surface of the water and it was kind of pathetic. I have a feeling that was the second one that I was thinking. Okay, well, while we're here, without purchasing every last item that this pot noble has, because I think that will advance something, let's see what we can get here. So we have 11 and we're just short. So I would probably just get these two and save the mask for last, because this is a pretty okay combat art if you really want it for early in the game. Plus some divine grass, wouldn't. Yeah, we'll definitely come back for you, but once you purchase everything from this guy, it's gonna be Jover. Absolutely. No paper or hand for you. Should I even try this out? Like, maybe I should show it because it is kind of cool, but I'm going to think I have the Mortal Draw equipped when it's not the case. Very fast. You don't make a lot of ground, but it can build some posture pretty quickly if you're playing your cards just right. Now from here, I'm going to go ahead and fast travel to the Guardian Ape watering hole, and I'll meet you guys there. There is not a lot for us to grab here, but it is probably in your best interest to go and explore this little nook over here, which you probably would have missed just in the heat of the battle, because this is a fairly obscure little spot to like be able to dive in. And there's not much here for us, but there is some precious bait. Yeah, that is everything here. So I should mention, when you're underwater, you cannot use any items aside from your gourds and your homeward idol. This includes sugar and even, I guess you can see everything blacked out here of what you can't use. You have to be on land if you care to use it. But as it stands, I'll meet you guys now at the Riven Cave. God, this looks cozy too. What the hell? Ah, yes, another site of a traumatic event, starring a one-eyed great serpent and a one-armed shinobi, I guess. Oh, what do we have here? Treasure, good. You can always appreciate that. But man, they really kind of hook it up and reward you for going back to these old areas, which I personally am a big fan of. More treasure carps for us to make go extinct? Why not? It's so liberating going back to old areas with new techniques and discovering the goods, the items you will never use, the fish that otherwise would have never been murdered. Thank you. We got some sugar here that definitely hasn't been dissolved at this point. No worries. Oh, there's more of you over here. You guys are just gonna be jerks, I take it, so I'm just gonna take care of you now. Come on. Just be done with it. Thank you. Your entire family has been murdered and now the camera is freaking out. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even realize there was another one here. Can you come back, please? Thank you. For the extra scale, and this is what I was looking for, I think. Yes, another bulging coin purse. Excellent. Yeah, that might do it for this area, which is good, because I have a feeling I'm still forgetting some stuff. So, with that having been said and done, let's go and make our way back to the temple grounds at Senpu Temple. Also, why does he look so cozy? You're drowning, dude. If I'm not mistaken, I do think this is the only body of water we need to inhabit in this area, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's very important that you do so, especially if you haven't received the holy text infested or whatever that item was, but yeah, this actually is kind of a creepy place. Just like a bunch of sunken statues and whatnot. Anyways, there's a loose prayer bead here, which is obviously what you'd want to come here for, but if you did the game out of order and you ended up missing out on speaking to that crazed monk who was getting eaten by centipedes, this is where you would find that infested text, and it would for some reason not be soggy or disgusting or destroyed at all. So to end things off, let's head back all the way down to the abandoned dungeon where we can say our farewells once and for all. Well, I think all things considered, we have made plenty of progress, and we will pick back up here next time, because Jinzaemon needs a proper burial, and, well, who else is gonna do it but Sekiro? My name is Allison Cruz, and join me here next time as we also see what in the world has changed since Sekiro learned how to breathe underwater. Lots of things are going to be different, especially at Ashina Castle, so we'll explore more of that, and hopefully the AC guy comes sooner than later, because I'm going crazy. Take care, and I'll see you guys then. I should probably free myself of this sinister burden at some point too.